Okay, so we have this Panamera here. We actually have two. One in the back. We're getting ready to do an adaptation on the PDK transmission. We just finished the service on it. Let it run. So yeah, this is the car that we're going to be talking about in a minute regarding what was wrong with it initially. This one came in for transmission faults, and the first thing is, of course, to do the transmission oil. Nobody's ever done the transmission oil service on this. These are due every 60,000 miles, and if you don't do them, you're going to have PDK transmission issues. I mean, it's a really beautiful car, and it's a shame that somebody didn't take care of this vehicle like they should. I mean, it's a beautiful, very nice vehicle. I mean, it's gorgeous, I think. But this is why it's important to constantly service your Panamera or any PDK transmission, any Porsche car, because you're going to have issues with it. It's time for the adaptation process. We're going to engage the parking brake. All right. All right, transmission control. Maintenance. Preparing for programming. All right. And that's going to take a while, so we're going to leave it here. Data has been written successfully. Bang. Switch off ignition. Now we need to start the engine. Now we got to calibrate shift rod. Next. All right. Now it's going to calibrate the shift rod. So you can hear the shift rod right now shifting the transmission. So it's doing its thing. It's quite a process. It's still going to be a while. It's been going for a while now. We're halfway done. This is just a demonstration video. This is not a how-to. Shows the process, why these cars are so expensive to work on, because there's just so much involved. There's so much information that needs to be had in order to do these cars properly. If you do something wrong, seriously injure yourself, or the car can just drive into this wall right here if it's not done correctly. So the whole process is very tedious. Okay, now we got to do hydraulic calibration. Alright. Takes approximately 6 minutes. Alright. Let's do this. Alright, here we go. Doing a hydraulic calibration now. Go ahead and hit next. Execute. If you don't do the adaptation process, you're kind of wasting your time, because the computer needs to know the parameters, and that way when the parameters are set correctly, it can then determine where the shift points are. We're done with this 2011 Panamera and finally finished up with the transmission service. We did an adaptation. Everything's working properly. Very important service if you have one of these vehicles, because if you don't do the service at least every 60,000 miles, you will be replacing your transmission, because it's going to burn up. The clutch system is going to burn up inside, and then you'll be just buying a brand new transmission, which is over $10,000. Not worth it at all. This customer is very lucky. We were able to replace some of the guts internally and got his transmission working properly, and he's getting ready to take it home. My recommendation is change your oil on these transmissions every 30-40,000 miles. If you beat on it, drive it hard. Who doesn't beat on them? Everybody beats on these cars. Don't tell me you don't, because everybody does. So it's 60,000 if you drive like a grandma or a grandpa, but anything else, you want to change it much earlier. Again, thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.